There's a particular kind of person who looks successful from the outside. They built the career. They raised the family. They solved problems others couldn't. People call them sharp, insightful, ahead of the curve. And yet, late at night, when the house is quiet and the world finally slows down, their mind does the opposite. It speeds up. They replay conversations. They analyze decisions from 10 years ago. They imagine 5 different futures, 3 of them catastrophic. They feel restless in moments that are supposed to feel peaceful. If you've ever felt like your mind won't turn off, even when your body is exhausted. If people have told you how smart you are, but inside you feel overwhelmed, tense, or strangely dissatisfied. If you see problems others don't, in your family, in society, in the world, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. You are not alone. Here's the uncomfortable truth no one talks about. Higher intelligence is often linked with higher rates of anxiety, depression, and existential dissatisfaction. The very trait that helps you succeed can quietly undermine your sense of contentment. Most people assume intelligence guarantees fulfillment. Work hard, think clearly, make good decisions, and happiness will follow. But intelligence doesn't just solve problems. It multiplies them. It amplifies comparison. It generates endless what-if scenarios. It turns minor concerns into complex mental simulations. What if your greatest strength is also the reason you struggle to feel at ease? What if the mind that helps you win is the same mind that refuses to rest? To understand why this happens, and why it's not a personal flaw, we first need to look at how the intelligent brain is wired differently. To understand why intelligent people are often unhappy, we need to look at the machinery upstairs. Inside your brain is a network called the default mode network, or DMN. It activates when you're not focused on a task, when you're resting, daydreaming, reflecting. It's responsible for self-referential thinking, replaying the past, imagining the future, evaluating yourself, wondering what others think of you. In highly intelligent individuals, this network tends to be more active and more interconnected with other regions of the brain. Intelligence is associated with greater neural connectivity, more communication between different brain areas. That's powerful. It allows complex reasoning, abstract thinking, and advanced pattern recognition. But here's the catch. The same connectivity that helps you detect patterns in data, systems, or human behavior also turns inward. You don't just analyze the market, the project, or the strategy. You analyze your conversations, your health, your aging, your relationships, your purpose. Most people experience an event and move on. You experience an event and generate interpretations, counterfactuals, projections, and contingency plans. This is where predictive processing comes in. The brain is fundamentally a prediction machine. It constantly simulates possible futures to keep you safe. The more intelligent the brain, the more variables it can simulate. The more simulations, the more potential threats it can identify. And unfortunately, the brain has a negativity bias. It prioritizes what could go wrong. So while someone else thinks that meeting didn't go great, your brain runs 10 alternate timelines. What if I said the wrong thing? What if this affects my reputation? What if this compounds over time? What if this leads to long-term consequences? This is rumination, repetitive, self-focused thought loops. Not because you're fragile, not because you lack resilience, but because your cognitive engine has horsepower most people don't. The problem isn't intelligence. The problem is unregulated intelligence. A race car engine without a braking system is dangerous. A high-performance mind without emotional regulation is exhausting. Here's the aha moment. Your suffering may not be weakness. It may be cognitive capacity without boundaries, mental strength without mental governance. But intelligence doesn't just amplify the number of thoughts you have. It changes how deeply you perceive reality itself. And that shift in perception carries its own burden. Intelligence doesn't just change how much you think. It changes what you see. Highly intelligent individuals often score high in what psychologists call existential intelligence, the capacity to grapple with big questions. Mortality, meaning, justice, time, fragility. You don't just know, abstractly, that life is finite. You feel the implications of it. You calculate the years. You sense the compression of time. At the same time, intelligent minds tend to think in systems. You see patterns in economics, healthcare, climate, politics. You notice inefficiencies, power imbalances. long-term risks hiding behind short-term comfort. While others consume headlines, you extrapolate trajectories. That awareness can be heavy. Ignorance, in many cases, is emotionally protective. If you don't see the cracks in the foundation, you can relax inside the house. But if you see them clearly, you can't pretend they're not there. Awareness requires emotional capacity. And when capacity doesn't match insight, anxiety fills the gap. Consider David, a 52-year-old executive. Successful, respected, financially secure. At social gatherings, he listens politely as conversations revolve around vacations, home upgrades, celebrity news. He tries to engage, but internally he feels disconnected. He wants to talk about legacy, about health span, about the future his grandchildren will inherit. He wants depth. After a while, he stops trying. He smiles, nods, and goes home feeling strangely alone in a room full of people. It's not arrogance. It's misalignment. Intelligent people often struggle to enjoy simple pleasures, not because they're incapable of joy, but because their minds keep zooming out. While others are immersed in the moment, you're evaluating the context, the long-term consequence, the broader meaning. The gift of depth becomes the burden of overexpansion. Here's the key insight. Depth without grounding creates despair. When you see more than others, but lack the tools to metabolize what you see, you don't feel enlightened. You feel isolated. So if intelligence increases awareness and rumination, why do some intelligent people thrive, becoming thoughtful, impactful, even joyful, while others spiral into chronic dissatisfaction? Here's where the imbalance begins. For many intelligent people, cognitive abilities develop early and fast. You learn to reason, debate, analyze, and solve. Teachers reward it. Employers promote it. Society reinforces it. But emotional regulation, the ability to notice, tolerate, and calm internal states, often develops more slowly and receives far less deliberate training. IQ and EQ are not the same skill set. Cognitive intelligence helps you understand complex systems. Emotional intelligence helps you understand and regulate your internal reactions to those systems. One operates in thought. The other operates in the nervous system. And the nervous system does not respond to logic. When something triggers stress, uncertainty, loss, conflict, the body shifts into a survival response. Heart rate increases. Muscles tighten. Cortisol rises. The brain's threat detection systems activate. In that state, the mind looks for problems to solve. For intelligent individuals, this can become analytical looping, more thinking in an attempt to escape discomfort. But often, the thinking isn't solving a problem. It's trying to outrun a feeling. Intellectualization becomes an avoidance strategy. Instead of feeling grief, you analyze the stages of grief. Instead of admitting fear about aging, you research longevity statistics. Instead of sitting with loneliness, you dissect relationship dynamics. Consider Mark, a retired engineer known for fixing everything. When his wife passed away, he organized paperwork, optimized finances, researched medical literature, and advised friends on their health. He stayed busy. He stayed sharp. But when asked how he felt, he shifted the conversation. Alone at night, the silence was unbearable. He could solve structural problems. He couldn't sit inside sorrow. This is the contrast most people miss. Smart individuals double down on thinking when what they actually need is physiological calming. They attempt to reason their way out of anxiety, unaware that anxiety is a body state, not a logic error. Here's the aha moment. You cannot think your way out of an emotional state. You regulate your way out. Without emotional regulation, intelligence becomes destabilizing. With it, intelligence becomes powerful and precise. Which brings us to the critical question, what actually works? If intelligence is cognitive horsepower, then happiness requires steering and brakes. The goal is not to dull your mind. It's to train it. Step 1. Train attention, not just thought. Most intelligent people train thinking. Few train attention. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to reduce activity in the default mode network, especially the self-referential loops that drive rumination. This doesn't mean emptying your mind. It means noticing thoughts without automatically entering them. Start with 5 minutes a day. Sit. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, and they will, label them gently. Planning, remembering, worrying. Then return to the breath. Add a cognitive diffusion exercise. When a stressful thought appears, say to yourself, I am having the thought that this small linguistic shift creates psychological distance. And instead of worrying all day, schedule worry time. Give your brain 15 minutes in the afternoon to list concerns and possible solutions. Outside that window, remind yourself, not now. We have a time for that. Step 2. Strengthen the body to calm the mind. An anxious brain often sits in a deconditioned body. Zone 2 cardio, brisk walking, cycling, swimming at a pace where you can talk but not sing, improves mitochondrial efficiency and lowers baseline anxiety. Just 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week, can significantly regulate mood. Add strength training. Resistance exercise increases BDNF, a growth factor that supports brain resilience and cognitive flexibility. A stronger body sends safety signals to the brain. And when stress spikes, use the physiological sigh. Inhale through the nose, take a second short sip of air, then exhale slowly through the mouth. 2 to 5 repetitions can measurably reduce acute stress. Step 3. Limit abstract overexposure. Highly intelligent people consume vast amounts of information. News, analysis, projections. But constant exposure to global problems without local agency fuels helplessness. Reduce doom scrolling. Set boundaries on news intake. Then narrow your circle of control. Ask, what can I influence directly this week? Apply the local action principle. Instead of worrying about the entire healthcare system, improve your own biomarkers. Instead of despairing about education, mentor one student. Step 4. Build emotional vocabulary. Research shows that naming emotions reduces amygdala activation. Simply labeling a feeling as frustration, grief, envy, or disappointment decreases its intensity. Once a day, pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? Be precise. Not just stressed, but overwhelmed. Not just sad, but lonely. This builds emotional granularity, the ability to differentiate internal states instead of drowning in them. Step 5. Replace rumination with purpose. Analysis without outlet becomes rumination. Analysis directed outward becomes contribution. Channel your insights into mentorship, writing, teaching, building, volunteering. Intelligent minds need meaningful output. When your thinking serves something larger than self-protection, it becomes energizing instead of depleting. Here's the core shift. Happiness for intelligent people is not found in accumulating more answers. It's found in embodied engagement, training the body, regulating the nervous system, and directing thought toward service. But there's one more shift that changes everything. There's a definition problem at the heart of this struggle. Most of society promotes hedonic happiness, the pursuit of pleasure, comfort, and positive emotion. Relax more, enjoy more, eliminate stress, chase experiences that feel good in the moment. But analytical, high-capacity minds often don't thrive on pleasure alone. In fact, when life becomes too comfortable, they feel restless, understimulated, even mildly depressed. Psychology distinguishes this from eudaimonic happiness, meaning-based well-being. This form of happiness is rooted in growth, contribution, and alignment with values rather than constant positive emotion. Research consistently shows that highly intelligent individuals report greater fulfillment when 4 elements are present: mastery, autonomy, purpose, and contribution. Mastery means developing skill over time, getting better at something that matters. Autonomy means having meaningful control over your decisions. Purpose means working towards something larger than immediate gratification. Contribution means your effort benefits others in a visible way. If you've been chasing relaxation instead of relevance, comfort instead of contribution, the dissatisfaction makes sense. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe you've been measuring your life against the wrong metric. Peace, for the analytical mind, is not the absence of thought. It's alignment with values. It's knowing your cognitive intensity is aimed at something meaningful rather than turned inward in endless evaluation. When your intelligence serves a direction you deeply care about, it stops feeling like a burden and starts feeling like a gift. So what does this mean for you, starting today? Let's condense this into a simple framework you can carry with you. First, calm the nervous system. Before you analyze, optimize, or problem solve, regulate. Breathe, move, sleep, lift weights, walk at zone 2. A calm body creates a clear mind. Without physiological stability, intelligence becomes agitation. Second, direct the mind. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Train it. Schedule worry instead of living in it. Limit abstract overexposure. Choose what problems deserve your cognitive firepower. Not every thought earns your participation. Third, serve something larger than yourself. Channel your pattern recognition into mentorship, creativity, community, family, or service. When your intelligence contributes outward, it stops attacking inward. Now pause and ask yourself honestly, where is your intelligence serving you? And where is it quietly sabotaging you? If this resonates, share in the comments which pattern you recognize most. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And send this to someone in your life who thinks too much. Because none of us are meant to navigate this alone. Let's return to that person we started with, the capable, thoughtful, high-functioning individual lying awake at night, mind racing while the world sleeps. Maybe that person is you. You don't need to become less intelligent. You don't need to dull your edge, lower your standards, or pretend not to see what you see. Your mind is not the enemy. It's raw power. But raw power without training creates friction. A brilliant engine still needs steering. It needs brakes. It needs direction. The goal is not to think less. It's to suffer less from thinking. When you calm your nervous system, your thoughts become clearer. When you direct your attention, your intelligence becomes precise. When you serve something larger than yourself, your depth becomes meaning instead of weight. This is not about resignation. It's about refinement. So here's your next step. Choose one regulation practice and start today. 5 minutes of mindfulness, a brisk walk, a single physiological sigh before your next stressful conversation. And if this conversation resonated with you, subscribe for more science-based tools to strengthen both mental and physical longevity. Join this community of thoughtful, growth-oriented adults who refuse to waste their intelligence on silent suffering. Your mind is a tool. Train it. Use it. But don't let it run your life.